birthday and I wanted to go to an estate sale for the very first time, which is crazy because I love vintage things and thrifting and all of that stuff, so I cannot believe I've never been to an estate sale. An estate sale, it's very early. Then I saw this thing pop up on TikTok.
If you love estate sales and you're in LA, mark your calendars. The estate sale of famous dancer Madelyn Clark is about to take place.
Do you see that little ceiling situation thing going on? I need that. I needed it yesterday, so we're gonna go get that. Okay, let's go get it. It's my birthday, so I wanted to be cute, but we also gotta be kind of casual, so I'm doing my little booties. That was probably a very weird angle. Definitely not in the vintage theme, but I just wanted to be cute.
This entire journey was very chaotic from the very beginning. Very fun, but very chaotic. I had to hide my purse in the bushes because apparently we weren't allowed to bring bags in, and I missed that memo. Somebody warned me as I was walking up, so this was my video to remind me of where I left it. The moment I saw those curtains online, I absolutely knew that they needed to be mine, so I DM'd the company that was putting on the estate sale and begged them to see if I could put my name on the list early at all because it was my birthday and I just wanted those curtains, and they said as long as I get there when the gates open, I could be number 2 on the list. I made it just in the nick of time. I'm not even kidding when I said I had 2 minutes to spare because my Uber driver got a little turned around. The videos did not fully capture how many people were waiting in line. I would estimate at least 300 people were already lined up by the time I got there, so I cannot even tell you how incredibly lucky I felt when I ran upstairs and I was the very first person to enter this room. I was making all kinds of noises at this point. I could not believe that somebody had actually lived in this beautiful room at some point. I'd never seen something so beautiful outside of a set or inside of a museum. And now looking back on it, as gorgeous as this looks on video, I promise it does not even hold a flame to how stunning this was with the light coming in through the pink curtains. Oh, it was gorgeous. I was feeling so many feelings. I wanted to buy every single piece that was for sale in this gorgeous room, but alas, I am not a millionaire and I could not afford it. So I focused up and locked down those curtains. When I had DM'd them and asked them how much the little canopy bed curtainy thing was, they said $200. Now I thought that just included that thing above my head, but no, $200 for every single pink frilly curtain in that room. Every inch of it. I still cannot get over how much of a steal that is. Definitely more curtains than I have space for in my apartment, but I'm not gonna break up the set, so I'll find some use for them at some point. By the time I locked down the curtains, people had slowly started trickling in, and I got to see what other people had been super excited to come for. The number one thing that people were scrambling to get were these gorgeous, lovely lily lamps. I am so shocked this couch didn't get snapped up immediately. It was almost $1,000, which I do think is definitely on the pricier side, especially for an estate sale, but I was smitten. I wanted that thing so bad, but I gave myself a budget limit and I didn't want to go over. At this point, I still had so much adrenaline pumping through me. I felt like I couldn't really focus on anything. I tried digging around in the closet upstairs a little bit, and I probably should have taken a little bit more time with that because basically nobody was up there at that point, and I could have had first dibs on everything, but I was overwhelmed. I was excited. I wanted to be everywhere at once. I love a good costume jewelry piece, so I was really excited to dig through this collection. I did end up snagging these gorgeous pink resin mid-century necklace beads. I'm obsessed with them, and I've already used them a couple of times since I got them. This is my first time doing an estate sale, so I don't have a lot to reference against it. Most of my secondhand shopping has been via eBay or thrifting. From what I understand though, the first day is always going to be the most expensive day, which I definitely saw. The prices were all over the place, to be honest. Some things were incredibly cheap, like the curtains. I think those were total steal, but the clothes were definitely double or triple of what I would have found in an average thrift store. There were so many people packed into such a tiny space, so it was kind of hard to be able to fully process all the clothes, and I felt a little bit rushed. A couple of the videos that were promoting the sale had gone viral, so all the cute little TikTok girlies and Pinterest babes were in the house tearing through. I loved seeing everybody do the little pull out from the pile and oh my gosh, look how cute. It was super fun. It felt like a giant sleepover. Everybody was so nice, but just super packed and super overwhelming. I felt like there was too many things to look at, too many things I wanted, and also too much money to be spent that I just didn't have and didn't want to spend. I adore the women who put on this estate sale. They were so passionate about the history of some of these things and were so excited to share. It was so fun. Felt like a little museum tour.
Yeah. Vintage Turkish shoe shining.
Now, the woman who had lived here's name was Madelyn Clark, and she was an actress and a dancer who had also been a rockette at one point in her life. She also owned her own dance studio called Madelyn Clark Studios that is still open today. Unfortunately, there's not a ton of information about her life online, but a little mystery is always extra fabulous. And let me tell you, this woman lived a very fabulous life, you could tell. Madelyn had quite the collection of vintage hats and wigs. None of the wigs really tickled my fancy, but I do regret not getting this 1920s number. Isn't that so cute? I kept finding random boxes of clothes in different rooms of the house. This one was in the upstairs bathroom. I didn't end up finding anything that really sealed the deal for me. A lot of it was some cute granny core stuff, but nothing that made me want to take it home. It was at this point at the sale that I really realized somebody had lived here, and this was their very private bathroom that I was just rummaging through, and that felt a little strange and uncomfortable if I thought about it for too long. There were just so many things here that seemed very personal, and it felt strange to just have my hands rummaging through something that wasn't mine, that somebody had carefully curated. Once I got past the slight uneasiness of realizing how fragile our little human existence is, and how at some point in the future I will be leaving along my very own estate sale one day that other people will be rummaging through, and that's just strange, but I got past it and I moved on and I found some more cute things, and then I paid. I had no idea you could negotiate at estate sales. It wasn't until I had seen some of the prices for some of these things and I was like, I don't know about it. And the lady was like, well, what if you just took it for $30 instead? I was like, okay, cool. It was nice being able to barter. I haven't done that in a very long time. It was very fun. Once I'd closed out, it was time for the curtains to come down, and let me tell you, it was crazy to think about how long those things have been up.
The story's coming down.
Well, everybody who worked there was amazing. Did slip and fall in front of a massive group of people on my way out because I missed a step going down the stairs, and now I have big bruises on my knees and my hand, and my ego is very, very, very bruised, so I get to go home with that. But my curtains are being removed as we speak, and I'm gonna go pick them up a little bit later with my boyfriend, and then they will be mine. I'm so freaking excited. I have my goodies as I'm waiting for my Uber to pick me up. We got this insane little wall watch. I love it. Hair rollers, because I needed some new ones and I didn't want to pay full price on Amazon, and that's better than getting them at Goodwill. And a pretty necklace in there that I showed you earlier, but I don't feel like getting it out right now. I'll update you later. I met up with my boyfriend for a quick lunch over at Helllooooo, which is my favorite vegan burger spot on Melrose. They have a barbecue onion ring burger that is out of this world. I'm not vegan. I still love that thing more than any real burger. You should go there immediately. We ran back to the sale to grab the curtains, and I got such a lovely surprise when I arrived. Apparently somebody had unearthed a matching comforter in the closet, and the woman who was doing the whole sale said, sorry, that's not available. That goes with the curtains that somebody else bought. So she saved it for me, and I got a matching comforter to go with the curtains. Isn't that such a sweet deal? Now I had to come to terms with the fact that I got an entire trunk load full of curtains, and I actually have no idea where I'm going to put them. I only had plans for the pretty little bed canopy. So much. Now, before I can wash and process all this, I need to store it, so we're going into the closet. I noticed the bedroom we picked up the curtains from was a little stinky when we came back for the second round. It was only once I brought them into my apartment I realized that the stink was coming from the curtains. She is officially filled to the absolute freaking brim. I hope this does not make my closet smell up, but I am so excited. She is mine and she is home. I have some very exciting and important news. I just got a call from the estate sale people, and I posted a couple of TikToks because I was very excited about the things that I found, and it's great content, so why would I not? I told them at the estate sale, like, hey, I found out about this through TikTok. If you ever want people to promote in the future, let me know. They loved that idea. When I messaged them and I was like, hey, is that couch still available? I'm still thinking about it. They said yes, and they said you can have it for free and we will deliver it to you. I am the luckiest girl alive right now. They wanted $900 for that thing, and they're just gonna give it to me for free. Where am I gonna put this? I think I'm gonna have to put it in that corner and take away that chair, because I don't really know where else it'll go. I'm in shock. I cannot believe I'm in shock. Okay, I'll update you when it's here and being delivered. Here is the incredible watch clock I got. I put some new batteries in it. Well, I guess a new battery in it, and look at it ticking away. I just gotta wind it back to match the time, so I'm gonna do that now. All right, that looks accurate. Let's find a place to hang her up. I might change my mind, but my motto with hanging things up is a hole is a very tiny thing that you'll never notice, so you might as well just try and see how you like it. And I think it'll look really cool right there. It gets kind of hidden, but this is where you walk into my room, and I got a little gallery wall going on, and I just think it'll look really nice. But I hate that part, but we're just trying to distract from it. All right, I'm gonna hang it up.
ticking may drive me crazy at night, but I think it's really cute and it really rounds out a little gallery wall in this whole space. Hold on, let me show you from this angle. I need to do a proper house tour very soon, but here's a little sneak peek because not everything's clean, so don't pay attention to the not clean stuff. But look at how pretty! A little much, but I like a little much. And these are the gorgeous vintage beads that I got. I think I got them for like $7. She deeply discounted the price for me at checkout. I think I'm just gonna have them kind of hang out and drape. Oh, hello. Jump scare. As you can tell, I really like using my jewelry as art, so I think it's gonna dangle either there or over there just to add a little bit more pink.
I was dying to see how the comforter was gonna look in here, so it was the very first thing I washed. It is so pink and fluffy and delicious, and I cannot wait until my entire room looks like a giant cupcake. But as I was doing all this, I got the phone call that my couch was outside, ready for me to come drag it in. Somehow that thing looked even more beautiful than I had remembered it, so I need to do an entire transformation montage in this corner. I have had that hanging chair since I got this apartment, I think 4 years ago, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Clearly it was time for some change, and I don't think it could be any better change than what has happened here. This is an adult apartment, if I say so myself. I feel so fancy and grown up, and this is exactly the kind of space that 7-year-old me dreamed of having one day, so I'm just doing this for her, and she's so stoked right now. All of this will have to be dealt with in a separate video, so stay tuned because I really want to show you the cleaning process and the hanging process for this massive pile of stuff. Hello, this is my voice 2 months in the future. I felt kind of guilty leaving you hanging after coming with me on this adventure all day, so here's a little sneak peek of what's to come, but please stay tuned because I want to take you along for the entire cleaning process and it's going to be really fun. So subscribe, like, stay tuned, and I will see you very soon. Mwah! Bye!